Hey Sam, are you done with that scared famous fast forward review?
Oh, excuse me, thank you kindly. I'm a little tired today. But it's the night time. Can it really be today if it's night? If you really think about it, just what is the night? When when times is no more time? We like to think in terms of reviews, yes? Nondescript reviews, descript reviews, all kinds of reviews, colors, no colors, our very bodies. What is a review? What is night? Why is everything black? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Excuse me. Yes, I am excused. Crazy. What even does crazy mean, you know? It's it's a really good one. It just oh, the internet. I remember the internet. Who doesn't? I mean, the internet just made this crazy impact on our lives, right? But if like you just it like I it's the tables. If the tables turn, then the tables have turned and it's too late. You need to run. I mean, why do you think people have hearts? It's so that our blood can't fly. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say? If you nuke the forum just because you don't like what Ariel Pink did, then you're dumb and possibly even stupid. But why would you stop now? That's the question that many people, especially many of my peers, come to. It's a good question, it really is. I'm not sure I even have the answer. Oh, you can't call people that. I chill. No wonder why no one likes you, Sam. It's okay, Sam. I apologize. Oh, thank you, Sam. I apologize to you too. Yes. Now then, where was I? Lightning. Lightning only strikes once. It never strikes twice. That's why house arrest was only made once. You hear me? Once. Never again. Sure, he made other humdingers, but was it really house arrest? No. It was worn copy. Loverboy doesn't exist. Don't think about it. If you think, then you'll die. And I don't want you to die. It's like that song by the Pataphysical. Do not perish. It's lots of pixels. We underestimate the value of pixels, but 600 is a lot of pixels. It's a really nice to look at. The clouds are rolling in. I wish houses were still a thing. But that's progress, isn't it? No one needs houses. Sometimes it's sad to look at change, but change is inevitable. Change happens, and it's okay. Tricks. Pfft, this was never a trick. Ariel knew what he was doing. We all knew what he was doing, and we just stood by and listened. It's kind of sickening, isn't it? Well, you shouldn't be sickened with yourself. You're never wrong for feeling the way you feel. Oh, please don't kill. That was only a humor. It's a funny laugh, you know? It's a good one. It really is. I'm still happy with how this came out. I know it may be hard to say, but it is. There's this guy and that other point. It's a good one. It's certainly got no brim. It's psychedelia is just a form of music. You have to understand. It cannot hurt you. I know it may seem otherwise at times, but it cannot hurt you. You are safe. People. A lot of people are not. But it's okay, because the people that aren't make up for the people that are. Or, wait, was it the other way around? I think it might have been. It's a good tapper. It really makes me juggle. I... It's a lot of interesting, yes. Very, very interesting. I... I went in to solve one mystery. What happened to the next graffiti after Warren? I thought I could do it, but It was hard. It was trying. It really stole my soul away. It There is no such thing as promotion, okay? I want to make that clear. I was a fool, but now I am not. I have seen the ways of Chichurga.
What's this? The brand new Ariel Pink record set for early summer release.
No such thing. It would never happen. There is no new Ariel Pink record.
Wait,
What?
write your own Ariel Pink song contest?
Write your own Ariel Pink song contest?
What the
I...
I've never
It was
heard
very
of
angry.
write your own Ariel
It was a
Pink song
time of
contest.
confusion.
God damn
It was very cool.
came to this
It made it funny.
one Ariel Pink mystery.
I
and now
remember
we've got-
seeing people looking at this, and there's two of them.
Well, I guess I better
But
Google this
now
shit.
Sonic music.
You know,
I love Starlight, don't you? It brings me back. It makes me nostalgic. Nostalgia, 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 nostalgia. So much thinking back. Back thinking even. All the links are purple. But we're all thinking back, and no one thinks to the future. All I'm trying to say is that early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. You may not like that it's the truth, but it's the truth. Totem poles. If only. There are no animals, and there's certainly no collective. They aren't forming any collective. It's all crazy. It's absolutely absurd, I know. I really thought I could pass this off. I shouldn't have had such little respect for you all. What's a week, even? What is time? Time is just slipping. It's falling, getting away from us every second. Does time really? It's hard to say, I know. It's crazy to think what might have happened if time was never murdered. But we can't think about that. It's not your fault. The crash was a freak accident. Ah, gum. I miss. Interviews, huh? What are they interviewing exactly? There is no view. I mean, what is a view? How can you view things? Through your eyes? Pfft, unreliable narrators, am I right? That just sounds like a deus ex machina to me. If my English degree has taught me anything, it's that nothing is real. And that is something to really take to bed with you tonight. What is nothing? It certainly isn't something. Mister. Pfft. But you know, thinking about Pink, he's certainly a guy, you know? He's a very fun one. It's very groovable. Haunted Graffiti really is anything goes, but the Write Your Own Ariel Pink song contest, it never happened. It was all just a fraud. It's a conspiracy. The forces of China and non-Chinese websites too, like Stereogum, they were all conspiring with Mr. Ariel Green to try and silence us. Do you really think that Ariel would write his own songs? No. Why would he have a contest for it if he doesn't even do it himself, right? This website, it's fake. Why would a 2006 archive have 2008 news? It's all a scam. It's a scam they tried to get me in on, but I refused, because I am a journalist. I fight for what's right. I fight for the green of the trees, the gray of the sky, the water of the water. Time needs to be how it isn't. I know that may seem crazy, but it's true. It's the truth that not a lot of people want to hear. It's the truth that Patrick Healy died over. It's a really crazy thought. You know? Maybe you don't know. Who even knows? What is knowing? Well, that's a question I can't answer, dear viewer. It's a question you need to ask yourself and come up with your own conclusions for. We really can't. That was the joke. It's a funny one. This is the end of the first act, and the second act opens up with applause. And Jacket Boy, don't settle down. He's going to make you very angry. Anger is an interesting thing. It really is. I wonder why we evolved that way. Because when you think about anger, it's really a bizarre thing, isn't it? I mean, who does, right? We all used to, but we've lost our ability to think. And that's really sad. Oh, Billiam! 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 Fire. Yes. Burn it all down. Oh, creepy music. I'm beginning to lose. But it's okay. That's an image that not many people had seen. And it's really interesting to see people see things that aren't seen. Because when you see things like that, it's interesting to see the things that you won't see. Right? Like, your head. It you know what I'm talking about, don't you? The color green seems to swamp it all. It's really an interesting thing to think about. To think about thoughts and the nature. I miss nature, man. Before the Supreme Overlord went and slaughtered all the nature, it used to be fun. Life used to be interesting. But it's not. There is no Han Graffiti 7, that's all just a joke. It was a practical joke that went too far, it's just a prank. There is no such thing as finishing, no one finishes. You definitely don't finish early. And the walls, the static seems to be closing in, but even when the walls are too close, and everyone you see seems to be strange, nothing is truly cold. There's always life. Life pours out of everything, living and otherwise. Life is what you feel, and what you make of it. Life is Ariel Pink, and Ariel Pink is life. That's all I have to say on the matter. This commentary is over. I'd like to thank you all. This song is very good. It's by Genie and another man named Sleep Dealer. This might be the alternate version, but I don't think it is. There's many versions of the version, but this one is not the alternate. Red Can't Hear My Eyes. It's very, very cool. I'd like to thank you all for listening, because it would like to thank you all for listening too. Have a fun one, and remember to sneeze. To a lot of fans, presumably after Warren Copy was released. Now from this compilation, I think the first two tracks to take out would be Little Wig and Lestate, because those songs were remade on Before Today, which would be the technical Haunted Graffiti 9. After that, I'd personally like to pull out This Night Has Opened My Eyes, because Ariel was really proud of that one, Suicide Notes, because that song's so fantastic, Unwritten Law, just because it has that sound of being post-Warren Copy to me, and Born Into a Hospital, because Ariel likes to throw one or two weird ones onto each album like that. Next up, another one that comes to mind for many people is the I'm Not a Genius EP. Now, since it's only 5 songs, there's not a lot to pull from here, but we can eliminate 2 of them because they were collaborations with John Mouse from the Loverboy era, and I just don't see Ariel putting these on a project that isn't Loverboy. Despite how disorganized his albums may seem, and by all accounts are, the guy made a lot of very clean breaks between his projects, and I just don't see something as distinct as the Loverboy collaborations with Mouse bleeding over into another era. From there, I'd personally pick out See the Girl, because Ariel's released this on everything. I'm sure that if he had another album out, he would totally put this on it. And Be Good to Your Parents, because that's actually one of the few songs that I've had confirmed for me by Ariel that was recorded post-Warren Copy. And finally, we go to Ariel's 2 most well-known tour compilations, Yas Dudette and Oddities Sodomies. From Yas, the last 2 things that I would pull is Nighttime is Great, just because he was developing that song so much and doing collaborations. It really seemed like he meant to put that on something meaningful, if that something were to come around. And Trying to Tell You About Kincaid, because god damn that song is awesome. And god damn it, my fictional album just can't not have. Now some of you may be saying, "Oh Sam, you little shithead, you forgot Hold Your Breath and Wait and Shower Me in Lipstick." But don't worry, I thought about those, I'm just not including them. Because even though Hold Your Breath and Wait was a Japanese exclusive bonus track on Before Today, not like Ariel had any say in that, and Shower Me in Lipstick was eventually remade as Lipstick, I see those two originals just being too wacky, of like novelty tracks. Maybe those would have gone EP at some point, but those really don't seem like something that Ariel would put on a full Haunted Graffiti album. Now finally, looking over to Oddity Sodomy's Volume 1, both versions of it, I picked out Dungeon Majesty just because once again Ariel was very proud of it, he kept re-recording it, embellishing, overdubbing, he really liked it, I'm sure he would have put it on here. Safeguards from Home because once again, that song is so goddamn awesome and I can't have my fictional album not have it, and Diary a la Derriere because, I don't know, I just think it's cool. It's this short little song, it would make for a good closer, and it's my album, Mom. I can put what songs I want on it, okay? And here's the track list I came out with. This video has been pretty sit down with Sam and hang out-y, but I'm not gonna make you sit through my process for thinking this up because it was A, uninteresting, and B, boring. I just sat down with a Jazz Spastics album on, ate some Thai food, and thought about what songs would go good together. And hey, my list is by no means perfect. If you thought up a different, better track list, I'd love to see it posted in the comments. It's fun to sit here all day and think about why Haunted Graffiti 9 never came to be and what it might have looked like if we got it. But in the end, I think there's a much simpler reason we never got it. Ariel just didn't want to release it. I think that after the release of Worn Copy, he was perfectly comfortable ending the Haunted Graffiti series there, and what a fitting end, right? It really feels like this big, epic, climactic finish that the series has been leading up to this whole time, and I could totally see why Ariel would want to cap it there. You know, a year or two ago, I was having a conversation with Ariel on Twitter, and I asked him about the Haunted Graffiti series, and he said that if you would have asked him 20 years ago what he would be doing, he'd say making records his whole life. But he didn't ever think that he would be making Haunted Graffiti records his whole life, and it just happened to be his one project that took off out of nowhere. Not to mention, at this time, Ariel was seeing a lot of changes in lifestyle. These early Haunted Graffiti records are very tied to how he was living at the time. He was really living on the fringes, living only on music, and I think that's so much of what Haunted Graffiti is, and I think that once he was really moving up in life, so to speak, he didn't want to make Haunted Graffiti records so much. But hey, just because Ariel wanted to end the series there doesn't mean we can't have a fun day thinking about what could have been, huh? Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day or night or whenever you're listening.